Hello everybody, welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Robelle Autonomy. Today we're reacting to some Wuthering Waves content. It's been forever. I mean, actually not really, because we just reacted to the live stream, but I've been missing out. I skipped out on reacting to the Shiwan trailers. I probably should still react to them, but like, the period in which it gets views is like long gone. But you know what's not long gone? The Wuthering Waves trailers for Chisa. Today we have two of them. Now I could split them up into two separate videos, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna do them both in one video right here. That's why we're gonna be looking at the combat showcase for Chisa, and we'll also be looking at the Resonator showcase, which is kind of her main trailer. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Now, of course, when I give my reactions, I'm always pausing the video and going over it. I'm going over stuff frame by frame because I love animation. So with that in mind, let's hop right into it. And then after we are done pausing it all over and over again, then we will watch it without pausing to do my examination. Alright, let's take a look at this. Make sure it is 1080p because YouTube likes to put it at 480 for some reason. Now I'm pretty excited for Chisa, so here we go. I really like their 2D animation. I don't know what it is, but for some reason whenever Wuthering Waves, like, I don't know if it's like they're outsourcing, you know, some animation studios, or if they're just doing everything internally. But when they do these like 2D animations, there's like always like an extra layer of shading compared to like your regular anime. It's just the quality is very high. But of course, it's not like they're creating 20-minute episodes every single week, right? They're making like a 30-second, like a 15-20 second snippet so they can just go all out. I just go over this again. I just want to see that. Like, look, there's so many layers of shading on her shoes, right? There's the base color, then we have some bounce lighting, and then there's the flippin' darkness from like the shoe's reflectiveness, and then there's even a light layer. So it's like there's so much happening. And then of course her tights are, or her socks, I don't know what those are, but it's just the one layer of shading. But they added like some in the compositing, they added a little bit of lighting, so there's a little bit of a gradient to it. It's fantastic looking. Okay, they are socks. I forgot that she was wearing tights or socks, because I mean, Wuthering Waves is a game where we have full control over the camera, and so I'm kind of like, she's a character with the sailor outfit, so I don't know what it is, but I guess I just automatically assumed she was wearing tights just to, you know, prevent people from going crazy with the upskirt, but I guess not. Her outfit is so cool, by the way. Also, she's walking through some ruins, and she's kind of having a flashback to what seems to be her school life. And dang, we turned into flippin' Tacit Discords. Okay, so this literally reminds me of what's it? And this is one anime. It's so old, and like it's from like a time long. It's a zombie survival anime where in the first episode is all happy slice of life, and it's like a super like cutesy, but one character is like, you know, really irritated the entire time, and you're like, what's happening? And then you get to the end of the episode and it's like big reveal, actually they're in the zombie apocalypse and it wasn't some cutesy slice of life stuff. Everyone is dead and the main character is just severely mentally ill, so they're perceiving everything as a happy slice of life, but and actually the world ended ages ago. And then so it swaps perspectives to the person that was really annoyed, and she was annoyed because they what enemy is it? Hang on, I gotta figure it out. Hang on. I did it. I found it. That took like way longer than it should have, by the way. But it's this one. So it's literally like I'm getting the same vibes as this, where it's like, look guys, I'm living the happiest school life. Actually, everybody's dead and we're in the apocalypse. And that's the same vibe. Anyways, I don't know if I actually recommend this or not. I saw it like a billion years ago, and I'm pretty sure, like, after episode 1, it's like, it's just a regular apocalypse thing with cute girls. So if that's your thing, you can watch it, I guess. But I don't know. I literally just spawned episode 1, so I apologize, but I don't, because you weren't gonna watch this anyways. Anyways, back to the Chisa trailer. Okay. Again, like, extra layers of shading, guys. I don't know what's... See, okay, and but you wanna... What do you mean? It's just... There's the dark part and then the light part, right? But no, look at her hair. There's the there's the regular lighting from from, you know, outside or above. And then this is the bounce lighting on this side where the lighting is a bit darker, right? They're going so crazy with the decal here. And then on top of that, if you look at her eyes, like, Chisa has some very, very detailed makeup. Actually, if anything, now that we're taking a closer look at her, and I apologize if you take insult to this, but I am seeing some similarities to the character Sparkle from Honkai Star Rail, which, that's a compliment, alright? As I know, a lot of us don't like Honkai Star Rail right now, alright? But, it's literally just she has the mole under the eye, and then the way they do the makeup, very similar, and then that kind of look that she's giving us. And also the hairstyle is quite similar. Alright, I actually don't know what happened. We gotta go over that for Metroid. Hang on. It happened so fast, I wasn't paying enough attention. Alright, so she dodges. Botman weave, ducks underneath. No, never mind. She ducks underneath as a fake out, but actually she's slashing. Now if you look, she's holding the scissor backwards, sword style, and she has it right behind her. And then she puts her arm around, downward swim with it, pretty cool. Okay, so she spins in the air. Like, this happened so fast, it did not register the first time. That's why we go over everything frame by frame. By the way, W animators for making her look cool. And now what I mean by that is, well, of course she looks cool, but they're avoiding an upskirt to keep the seriousness of the situation. Which, that is honestly, like, that is a thing that animators will do on purpose. Like, you lose a lot of aura when you fan service your character, so you have to break reality sometimes. Because realistically, right, if you have a skirt that short, everything is going to be visible if you're flipping and slapping all around. But they are bending reality to make sure that skirt stays down and has everything covered. Very, very good on the animators. Maintaining the aura of the cool character. And this is a crazy smear frame. What is even happening here? Hang on. Okay. No, I get it. That's her butt. And then this is her back, and Rechi... Okay, and that's her hair. This is a crazy transition frame because this is probably why I didn't know what happened. This is it's not a very strong pose, but this is of course an in-between, right? They're transitioning between two strong poses, which is this is a very strong pose, and this is not a very strong pose. Hey, okay, never mind. They just said no strong pose here. Alright, if you were to turn it into a silhouette, you would not know what you're looking at. That's okay. And again, it's all artistic decisions in the end. Albeit this one is, and I'm guessing it's actually all build up for something, for a big motion. Hang on. There it is. It is, I was right. It's all build up. Alright, it's basically a blob of the human body from an angle that makes it very hard to understand what you're staring at. But again, they stay on this long enough for it to register in your head. Boom! Okay, there it is. And then now she is doing, she's dancing on the scissor. Alright, very strong pose there. Okay, then this one... There's another transitionary frame. Okay, that's a really strong pose though. You know what? Honestly, this is... I'm gonna point this out. Her design is a little rough for silhouettes just because of how poofy her jacket is. And it's not just that the sleeves are poofy, but it's also like, it has like a long back end that like, because it's a jacket, right? It actually hangs lower than a skirt, I believe, or at least it's the same length. So it's like, it's actually covering up a large portion of her body. So getting really strong poses is actually pretty hard for them. And then she has long hair too, which obscures the back even more. Oh my goodness, when that pose is peak now. Wow, wait a minute, okay, they're like, you was all built up. Everything was all built up for this. Oh goodness, that's fire. The whole silhouette is so clear. And I'm gonna point out, just from a design perspective, oh wait, her outfit, having the exposed stomach is actually so strong for... Her design does not have that much color, right? It's a jacket that's black, it's a black skirt. She's wearing lots of black with some red highlights here and there. But having the exposed stomach breaks apart that black. So essentially you get this contrast. We have an idea of the pose of her body just because her stomach is exposed. And they even lifted up her skirt. A little bit, just to expose a little bit more leg. just to keep the pose even more dynamic because, well, her legs, she has very fair skin, and so having that is very easy to see against a dark backdrop. Now, I am curious if these are strings or if these are slashes that are happening. Is the way they're animated, it looks like there's strings that she's cutting. That's a fire pose, and then once again, good job on the animators hiding that upskirt. We have to maintain the aura of the character. Alright guys, it's about maintaining the aura, because fan service can be distracting. If anybody knows it, it's me, because I play Zenless Zone Zero. If you're Wuthering fan, you don't play ZTZ. I'll just let you know our fan base is so distracted by the fan service of the characters that they can't really pay attention to the actual peak plot that is happening. It is a point of contention that I will have her home. I'm so upset about it, but that's how it is. Fire right into the live 2D art. Oh goodness, that's so fire. And then maintaining this pose for the left 2D. Although this is like the resting part, right? This is the fall after the climax. It's the returning back to the normalcy. This pose where her legs are all the way up in the air, this is pure fantasy, and then it kind of transitions and now it's like she's kind of floating down and her legs are now pointed downwards. It's less, unrealistic isn't the right term, but it's more grounded in reality, if that makes sense. That's really, really good. Alright, let's take a look at the moveset. Now, we did see a lot of it in the live stream, so we don't need to go into super hyper analysis mode here. Gosh dang, never mind, we do. I gotta... I'm really liking... The weapon is technically, like, severely oversized for her, like, size. I mean, she's looking to be a very similar height to, like, would say, Augusta. And Augusta has a bigger sword. But the thing is, Augusta is a character that's supposed to have, like, fantasy strength, right? She's super duper strong. They're not really showing that Chisa has that super strength that Augusta has, but rather it's more her dexterity. So, a lot of her animations are all about maintaining that momentum, and so she's swinging the sword at the very end of her legs, where it has the most momentum, right? But if you swing your fist, right, if you swing your fist really close, it's a lot faster, but when it's further ahead, when you're at the full arc of it, you have more momentum, it does more damage. It's like, let's say a sledgehammer, right? If you swing a sledgehammer all the way towards if you towards the base of the hammerhead, it's not going to have as much power as if you were to swing it, holding it at the very edge of the handle. And so she is extending the length of her swing, but also using it to maintain momentum so that she can carry the weight of the sword a lot more fluidly. It also is cool that it's a scissor, so it has that loop at the end, so she can actually, like, loop it around her foot to actually control it better. And now it's just the hologram powers. Oh wait, there's golden ratios inside the scissors? I didn't notice that the first time in the live stream. That's sick. Also, it's really cool how it's like we see this as a scissor, but if you like were to just look at the screenshot, right? It's like the flipping diamonds down here, and then two things that are like vaguely blade shaped. Like, it literally is not a scissor, but we perceive it as a scissor because of her motion down below. She is doing a scissor chop motion, and so we're like, oh, she's cutting into with her hologram scissors, but like this doesn't look like scissors, so I can say it looks like a butterfly, and you guys would be like, yeah, it does kind of look like a butterfly. It's only being sold as scissors by the animation of the character beneath it. That is really, really cool. Dang, there was so much power behind it that it launched her back, and she had to use a scissor to stop her momentum. Because again, she doesn't have that super strength that Augusta has. That's so cool. I love how they animate. Dang, we're only 30 seconds into the video, and this video is 14 minutes long. I'm sorry everyone if you ever watching a PowerPoint slideshow on your end. Alright, this is how it is. This is how I react to things. Welcome to my channel. Oh, she's got aerial combos? Oh, I love aerial combos. This is my favorite part of UA, alright? Alright, and the thing is, why people compare the depth of the combat in these games, and I don't want to get into a fight with Wing, you know, all these, which is deeper, but I do very much adore that Wuthering Waves has embraced kind of aerial combat to an extent. You still need to land, right? And you're not really swapping while in the air, but like, fighting in the air is a thing that you do quite often, especially if you play characters like Lupa, or Oh my goodness, I'm already forgetting her name. The Phoenix lady. The Changli, that's her name. If you're wondering why I forgot her name, it's because flippin' she has caused me so much despair in Nan game. Because I can't play her good. They suck. But anyways, oh my goodness, wait, there's so much. She's also like, her weapon is transforming too. Like, it doesn't just have the scissor where it does the slicing, the opening and closing. The handle like extends and stuff. So like, she's doing all this crazy stuff. Look, she's extending the handle right here. And now it's got insane range. And she didn't utilize it there, never mind. Okay, so yeah, it is on purpose. They're showing the threads. Like, she is cutting strings, at least. Is he like slicing and creating a string and then she's cutting said string? Or is it just to be more metaphorical and representative of, let's say, a red string of fate? Her ultimate is just... Her Resonance Liberation looks so sick. That's... Oh, I didn't notice that the first time I saw this. Actually, did they show this in the flippin' live stream? I wasn't paying much attention during the live stream, long story short. When it comes to, like, animation breakdowns. But it's cool. So she does, like, the teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid, right? But instead of sheathing her blade, she's closing the scissors. That is a really fun artistic decision here. Also, this is such a cool, like, design here. So she has a lot of polygonal, like, imagery. Lots of this diamond shape here. Oh, it's not exactly the golden ratio, because the golden ratio is more like a rectangle, right? But I do think, like, sharp corners like this are often associated with origami and stuff like paper. And, well, scissors have nothing to do with origami, because origami is supposed to be just folding. Like, seeing, like, paper cutouts is often associated with these triangles, and so having that involved with her scissors here, it's cool how they're not approaching the scissors with just all, like, oh, they're scissors, they cut things. They're looking at everything the scissors do. They cut fabric, they cut string, they cut paper, they're using crafting, and they're really embracing all the different aspects of craftsmanship. It's really cool. And on top of that, it turns into the Bloodborne pizza cutter. This part, I don't know how they came up with this. Like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, it's a scissor blade. It's like kill a kill. But then this is something completely, like, unrelated that they decided to, like, came up with this idea. Yeah, it's the scissor blade from Kill la Kill, but if she kicks it, it turns into the flippin' pizza cutter from Bloodborne. And I'm all for it. This is some... Again, we live in an era where basically all the cool ideas are done already. So what do you do as a designer? You take two cool ideas and you combine them together. Now, of course, I'm not saying nothing original is bad. Original stuff can still show up, but it is really sick to see these two ideas combined. And also that crowd control is diabolical. Definitely gonna be useful in the meta. I just did the TOA and I actually could not complete the endgame, even though my account is really stacked. And I think Chisa is gonna be what I need for that middle tower, because that middle tower had me badly. Seeing this crowd control, I definitely think I tailored that middle tower for sure. That's what the heck was that? Okay, go back. What was it? Okay, so there's the flippin'... What is she doing? Hang on. Oh, there's so much motion blur, I can't tell. Okay, no, she's riding the saw part. She's riding the pizza cutter. She's sitting on top of it. And it's spinning, so she's riding that wheel forward into the enemy. And then a little bit too. There's too much motion blur. Please, Girl Games. It does add more impact for the motion blur, so I think it was helpful. But I also I want to see the animation. Oh, she cut the Wuthering Waves logo. That's cool. Oh wait, this is gonna transition into the Resonator trailer. Dang, so the lament was happening and she stayed to fight. I'm curious what that thing is up there. I'm so excited for 3.0, which is not for a whole extra patch because we're going into 2.8, but... Oh, wait. Okay, let's watch this again without pausing. It's like, look at the music, or more of a musical breakdown. I like how it has this kind of like really soft feel to the music, and then we enter the action phase, and that guitar or that synth goes in. Yeah, the guitar starts going crazy. To show like she's facing adversity. It's not as happy as it once was. Yeah, there's definitely like a feeling of rebellion in this music. But also a feeling of like rising up, which I guess that also ties into rebellion. She's fighting the fate that everyone got stuck into, except for her. Dang, and the music with the strings, it really does feel like she's kind of fallen more into her role. I still think the Augusta Wuthering Waves like logo, where like all the blades form the Wuthering Waves logo, that was their pinnacle. I don't know if they can beat that. Like, the cutting out stitches is cool and all, but like the Augusta one was so fire. There's no way they can top that. I hope they top it one day now, just cuz. Okay, well that was really, really cool. Let's take a look at the Resonator showcase now. We're 20 minutes in. This is about to be a whole 40-minute video, guys. Hope you're here for the long haul. Anyways.
All citizens of Autonomy.
Alright, straight from the Resonator combat showcase.
Dear players.
Dear players! Wait a minute. Whoa, players! What are we, Alice in Borderlands?
Welcome to the fray.
Oh wait, we actually might be. You know, I can see it. There's a contrast between like, you know, like, oh, this is the world before, and then there's the Borderlands after.
5 p.m. sharp. Your first trial is about to kick off.
What's going on?
Your target is Neon Tower at the city center. Get ready. Run!
Dang. So who is the person narrating this, like, game?
All players. Current survival rate in this obstacle race is 23%.
Yeah, this is literally Alice in Borderlands. What the heck?
Watch out for the bone-eating irreglows. And the big surprise is falling from above.
Wait, so like...
You won't survive by just being fast.
I see he's been fighting and surviving this whole time. I should be pausing and, like, examining animation. But again, a lot of this stuff has been pretty straightforward so far.
Through the rain of debris and escape the iridescent storm. The victory anthem.
Definitely don't feel like this needs, like, some super duper crazy, breakdowns. Although I will admit, the way she's jumping around is a little floaty, but I mean, these are characters as superpowers, right? The Resonators have special abilities.
The victory anthem is about to sound. All spotlights blaze bright. Hold your breath, and here comes the lead runner. First across the line. Magnificent. Congrats on passing the
And who is narrating? Are they like a featured character?
But don't relax.
Or is it just a random NPC bad guy?
The second one. The dazzling stage is right ahead, but the footsteps behind you are closing in.
Dang, and these guys are cooked. Everyone is just a regular person, and somehow Chisa has a whole scissor blade.
The tower of victory is within reach.
They should have come
so
prepared.
hold on tight.
Skill issue on their part, they didn't bring
You'll be
weapons.
claimed by the dark abyss.
Actually, if anything, she's kind of at a disadvantage because they're trying to run away. And she has to carry this big heavy sword.
And shine as the one and only superstar.
Okay, wait. Okay, now we're pausing and examining. But this is more just commentary on what's happening.
Rise above
Wait,
the grand
what?
chase of
How did people get
Chisa.
past her? She was slaying. Look, there's like mad people like ahead of her. Then Chisa, what? You're so slow. Why is there like 6 people ahead of you? You were cooking all of them. You were the one that started running first.
Face your final challenge. When only one heart is left.
Nah, that's too bad. Skill issue,
The
ma'am.
whole
That's too bad. You alright? That's unfortunate. Actually, that could be a classmate. Maybe Chisa tries to save her.
city shall
There's a whole tacit discord on her leg. You're not saving her. See, she's cooked. Now you're gonna feel bad that you failed to save her.
Don't let go. Please.
Ah, that was like 5 left. Ah, now there's like 8 of them. Ah, you're cooked.
And save me.
Alright, hang on. I'm going back. I'm going back. I know it's a tense moment, but... Alright, this is crazy work. What the heck? So, what they made is they tend to have sharper character models, and so they kind of put them more in line with like... Not to say realism, because it's still animated, but they do have smaller eyes. So it's interesting seeing the illustration have like really big eyes. Which is just art style shift, right? Which makes sense because it is literally an art style shift. But the demons in the back look crazy. Holy moly, they're cooking. Oh wait, they got multiple faces. Them like having the faces like blurring, all of the chromatic aberration is sick. But like having, this one was clear a while ago, but now it's blurred and this one's clear now. So now you're just seeing hints of the different faces and they're animated too. Now it's all just a mouse and I don't even know what's going on over here.
And save me.
That's sick. Oh no. Look at, oh, skill issue. Look what you did. Dang, we're in Cinema Zone 0! What the heck?
Haven't changed. Still weak, still sentimental, still vulnerable. How do you plan to win in this pitiful state? How could you ever break this cage and return to...
Easy there, dear player.
Who is that? My goodness.
Final challenge is calling for you.
Oh wait, is it her? It's her inner demon? No, I was hoping they were teasing a villain. Like an actual one.
So, Chisa dear, herald of justice.
Give me this blue one as a skin. Please.
Let's put your resolve to the test.
Wait, actually, is she really all that different? Okay, no, she's blue tinted and her eyes are blue. But that's basically it. Oh, no, her blade is blue though. Hey, cruel games, can we have it?
So desperate to end this tragic loop.
Oh, okay, no, this is... No, alright, music's going crazy, but we'll examine that after on the non-pause watch too. I gotta see the choreography here, hang on. Alright, first up... Alright, the matched swing? They both let go of their swords? Oh my gosh, wait a minute, this choreography's peak! Alright, so obviously they're just mirroring each other, but like, the way Chisa fights is just... It's fire, okay? Sticking your leg in the handle to give you more range. Because like, remember, all of your vitals are in this part up here, right? Like, of course you don't want to lose your leg, but like, if your leg gets a cut, and that's not as bad as your clipping abdomen getting stabbed, right? So, she's extending her range, diabolical fight style, and now she has the whole range of her leg, plus the length of the sword. Right? This is a scary opponent to fight. Like, if you're swinging your sword, and you just have the extra range from your arm holding the sword, her leg is longer than your arm, you're cooked. Anyways, there are lots of spinny bits here. Oh, they let go? And now the sword is spinning. Please tell me they swap the scissors at one point, and our main Chisa gets the blue one, and the bad one gets the red one. Please, that would be so peak. Yeah, they're really just mirroring each other in terms of like move. Now they're not like perfect mirroring, it's not exact. They're actually responding to each other in tandem. So this one is already going for the swing, and she has her hand like the backhanded sword. The sword is facing backwards in her grip. Our main Chisa, she's holding the sword like a regular grip, right? It's extended normally. Well, actually, no. Our Chisa spun hers around for the double backhand slice of each other.
But tell me,
Into a stab.
willing to
Oh my goodness, the scissors are scissoring.
go.
Dang, what you out of one? Yeah, the mini scissor hammers to do our kid? That's crazy. That's crazy. Guys, Danganronpa PTSD flashback, except the one in Danganronpa is like really weird in an endearing way. Anyways,
If the ones who
gosh dang, the way they're drawing the sketching demons is pretty sick.
save
We gotta look at the demons. Look at them. He's going crazy. Alright, that one is the same image. They just hit it with the smear tool.
Drag you back into hell. What if the world treats
Oh my gosh, the music and they're putting a collar on it. Oh shoot, he got a collar on her. I'm so curious as to what, because again, right, we don't really know much about her story. Like, we're finished in Septima, we're finished in Resonator, so we're kind of entering the new arc, and this is our kind of introduction to the new style of storytelling that we're going to be seeing for at least, I assume, the majority of 3.0. This is so sick. So, like, one scissor is like in chainsaw mode, but it's paused. It looks like a scythe. This weapon is so sick. And she's even like sitting on it like a scythe, and our beat one is losing badly. I don't see the weapon transform, hang on. Oh my goodness, wait, that's so sick. Oh my god, it looks like calipers. That's so sick, it slides it. Oh my gosh, the flipping weapon design is so peak, guys. It's a scissor, it's got measuring tools in it, it's calipers, it's a chainsaw. It's a flipping, oh my goodness.
What if all you've done is you nothing but heavier shackles?
It's got a compass built in, like that's a compass up there. Oh my gosh. And not like the compass that tells you a direction, the compass that lets you draw a circle.
Truly wish to live a life so pathetic? Shut up.
I like your voice actor a lot too. It's very strong but very useful. Look, and she looks so cool here.
Shut up. I'll be the monster or I'll descend to hell. If that
Alright, what's saying? We gotta look at how it transforms into a chainsaw. Like, we can see it in game, right? But in the actual trailer, where we see it like with more detail, I gotta see it. So, when she turns it into a chainsaw, she kicks it open and it extends. This is like a caliper almost. You can see it's got measuring tools on it. It's got a T-square. Oh, this has everything. My design and background, or my background in design is showing. Oh goodness. Okay. And then when it hits the end, what the heck is... So they spin in opposite directions? Oh no, it spins in opposite directions until it snaps into place. I like how it's like it's clear it's on one side, it's not between the blades. It's got the circle here and then it pins through that and then it's spinning on the end here. Oh my goodness, this weapon is so... Where did the flipping teeth come from? Oh my gosh. And then when it spins to like, it takes motion blur by putting the triangles. Oh my gosh, these animators cooked, guys. Oh, they cooked. The visuals of this game are so good. And then even the triangle particle effects. Oh my goodness, it's all this... all this culminates into a masterpiece. It's a design masterpiece. I love this character design so much. And they slice each other into figure 8 because she's stuck in this hell for all eternity. Oh my goodness, cinema, guys. Also, yeah, so she can see like a thread that she cuts through. That's interesting. That's so cool. So like normally when they do like the two opposing colors like fighting each other, right? Usually it's an energy and then the characters are really like shrunken down and they're at the tips of energy. But actually it's their threads clashing as they fight each other. That's so cool. They gave it a second meaning for something that's like kind of well done. I guess kind of normally done in anime that we see often. They gave it like a secondary meaning.
whatever mires and chasms lie ahead, I will tread upon.
Also, we have to watch this without pausing again because the music is actually going crazy. I want to like hear it completely. And then of course she beats her demon because our main characters can't lose.
Inspiring speech, but all empty words. Because, you see,
There is a bit of an accent on her. It wasn't super clear until now because they were yelling at each other the entire time. I like the... Guys, I'm such a sucker for accents. Like, I don't know what it... and maybe it's because I'm so used to... Because, again, right? Primarily English-speaking American accent, like the stereotypical one. It is so interesting seeing the language that you understand, but it's spoken differently, right? It adds a realm of, like it is a disconnect between what you know and what you're hearing. So it feels more fantasy, even though it's like there are people on over with these accents, right? And to them, this accent is probably normal, right? This is how things sounded normally. But for me, who it doesn't, hear accents like this too often, is what I shouldn't say, but it's actually a lie. But with seeing this, it's cool. Because you never hear accents like this in media until, actually, pretty recently. The past couple of years, there has been a huge push to having, different accents in the voice acting, and it's been so entertaining.
You're already swamped.
Oh, then we got cooked! Oh, we got stabbed by the scissor! How did they... Ah! Okay, it's just clipping to the model. I wish they added a little bit of blood. Or like, not even blood, but like an impact frame of like a splooshy bit. That would have like really shown like, oh, we got cooked. And it was all a nightmare. Oh, it's metaphorical. She's not actually... Well, actually, no, the collar is still there. I don't know anymore. I'm gonna assume that like you're playing a game. You're playing Alice in Borderlands. I'm going to assume that it's actually metaphorical because the live stream confirmed that like Honami City is in like a time loop on us where they just relive the day of the lament over and over, where in the morning and in the afternoon, everyone's just going about their day, and then the world ends, and then it loops back. That's what I'm thinking, right? I'm guessing it's metaphorical, and she's the only one that's not stuck in the loop. And so she's retaining her memories of each cycle, and so she is eternally fighting. I'm guessing that collar is probably what helps her retain her memories. So in her head, it's like some sick game, some endless hell that she's stuck in. But actually, she's constantly fighting to try and like stop the time loop, either to save the people from dying in the lament, or she's just trying to stop the loop so that everyone can actually die and move on and, rest in peace, because they keep getting, essentially, I'm guessing that like maybe their souls are just stuck in this loop, and so there's no rest for them. They just constantly, well, I mean, I guess there's rest. The first half of their day, they're just going about what their regular life was, unaware that they're about to get sucked into that time loop. But then the limit happens.
Endlessly looping the men. Just as it has always been.
Interesting. So that's really unique. So they have this character that's been stuck in a time loop. All right, and I'm gonna maybe start me watch it again, and maybe I get canceled for this, but I guess that does.
All citizens
So as we know in the gacha community, there's always a pushback when we have characters that are not adults, right? They're not 18, because people are, they can be odd, and some people like to essentially allude to these characters. But here we have, so this character, she is a high schooler, right? But she's been stuck in a time loop for years and years, so she's older than that, but she's not, but she is, if that makes sense. So that's a curious way of them having an adult character that has... Oh, that's how I'm choosing to view it, right? Having an adult character that still has the school outfit. So they obtain the school aesthetic without, just doing the average, like, oh, we're an academy of, we're a post-secondary college, academy, university institution, where everyone just somehow is also wearing uniforms. They skipped past that and they're like, no, she was in high school, but she's in a PAM loop, so she's still out of school up and on. But, the morals on that whole topic, I don't want to get into it. It is, personally, I actually don't care. Just don't be weird about things, long story short, you know what I mean? When I see a character that is underage, as long as they're, written and animated respectfully, then it's all cool to me. And then also at the same time, I feel like if someone is of a similar age, they should be allowed to be attracted to said characters, right? Like if the 16-year-old, the player is like, I like this 16-year-old character, I think that's probably fine, right? Not to, well, I mean, if they're gooning, that's probably weird. Maybe don't do that, guys. But yeah, Hey, moving on. Let's not delve into that deep topic. Let's rewatch it again from the beginning without pausing, so we can get that music breakdown. And Robelle tackling morals in this gacha community morals in this video here. Dang, Wu was really shaking it up here. They put a character with the school outfit on. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm wondering if the C4 characters are gonna be similar in that aspect. The music is definitely very gamey, but it feels very thriller. Very Alice in the Borderlands, I'll be honest.
Obstacle race is 23%. Speed matters, but watch out for the bone-eating irreglow. And the big surprises falling from above.
It really does look like they're really linking Chisa to like this guitar here. It was in her combat trailer, and then now it's like the synth and then the guitar are like her main instruments for her themes, it looks like.
Anthem is about to sound. All spotlights blaze bright. Hold your breath.
A very tense music, but it's very uplifting. It's rising up, but then it rose up too high and it got kind of scary for a second.
Magnificent. Congrats on
Very
passing
thriller-like.
the challenge. But don't relax yet.
Like, everyone else is out of breath, and Chisa is just fine.
The dazzling stage is right ahead, but the footsteps behind you are closing in. The Tower of Victory is within reach, so hold on tight.
Yeah, this is like a build-up part of the song.
Claimed by the dark abyss. Who will rise above this grand chase?
It is very gamey music, like,
Shines the one and only super
you know, really focusing on the music, and that's kind of what a lot of game music is kind of designed to do, not distract from what you're playing.
challenge. When
Let's stop right there.
is left beating, the whole city
Don't do it, don't help her. She's already cooked. It's like, if that was a zombie, rescuing her would be worthless because the zombie 1,000,000% bit her already. No, I'd live through, I'll be honest. There's a point where you have to draw the line and be like, can we even save them? And then if it's like not even a possibility, then it's like, nah, cut him off.
still weak,
So is that supposed to be Chisa's mouth?
vulnerable.
Why be animated so detailed? I mean, actually, all the 2D animation is insanely detailed in Mother and Wives for no reason.
Break this cage and return to easy there, dear player.
The way it's talking, though, is wild. So, like, again, she's stuck in this time loop. She is fighting her mental demons here. Her biggest opponent is herself.
Herald of justice. Let's put your resolve to the test.
I am so curious about this character. I'm really excited to see how she conducts herself in-game in less strained situations. Because, like, it is kind of hard to get, like, a feel of her character. So, like, here, her evil self is referring to her as a hero, right? So, it's like, is that how why she's fighting? She's like, I view myself as a hero, and as such, I will save everybody. And that's why she's fighting. But then, deep down, right, she doubts herself. She's trying to stop herself because she's stuck in this time loop and it feels utterly hopeless.
Pay the price. Do you truly wish to live a life so pathetic?
Famous music! The build-up is crazy.
Monster or I'll descend to hell. If that's what
The piano has been going absolutely insane too.
But I will not live in this false peace, pretending nothing happened. I will cut this loop at its
This
source.
really feels like Xenoblade music. If you other my players have not played any of the Xenoblade games yet, I implore you, please check them out. I know it's probably hard to get your hands on if you're not a Nintendo fan, but hey, I mean, if you're playing Wuthering Waves, I mean to have access to a computer that's pretty strong. I was your mobile player, which case, I'm sorry. But hey, if you've got a strong computer, maybe you can sail the seas, if you know what I mean. He's shilling his Xenoblade because I need I need more people to hear its peak music. Just cause Wuthering Waves had a similar soundtrack in one of the trailers, I'm like, it had this show Xenoblade.
Just as it has always been.
Yeah, this trailer actually goes crazy. Still not as much aura as flippin' Augusta transformation. The Knuckle transformation, alright? That was a peak and we're never passing that, but the Slice Wuthering Waves logo is pretty fire. Anyways, I guess that's that. We had more breakdown in more animation breakdown in the combat showcase, and this is a 45-minute video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys watched this far, I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It lets me know that you guys enjoyed this content. I probably should have split this into 2 videos if I'm being honest. I'm not gonna, because why not? Anyways, I'll tease you a comment down below. Are you gonna be pulling for Chisa? Are you excited to see her in the story? What do you think she's gonna be like when we meet her in-game? I am so curious to see. Or are you skipping and saving for the 3.0 units who have not been teased yet, but they will be drip marketed when we start the patch? I can feel it, and then that way we're gonna feel even more cooked, because we're probably gonna need Chisa for them. At least that's how it feels to me. Anyways, if you watched this far, please hit the subscribe button because it means you like my content. If you were able to sit through 46 minutes of me yapping about animation and breaking down the story and all this extra stuff, and if I missed anything, then you can let me know down below. So anyway, yeah, the comments, subscribe, bell notification, all that jazz. Anyway, with that one, hope you all had a good one. Remember, and that was right, so I will see you all next time. Bye!